They can't even sing.
I know it. Doesn't
It's so bad. They just went moves.
Welcome to the Bro Show, yo!
Well, or sort of. I mean, we didn't have to start it right then.
Week 17, 2013, in case you forgot the year.
Nick's been working the fucking Maker's Mark tonight. Great. God, it's gonna be all night with that, isn't it?
It's gonna be all night. All right, we got...
That by the way, is my notification tone.
What are you doing?
On the new phone.
What are you doing?
Pour a shot, you gomper.
Yeah, Nick.
I just did.
No, him. You drank yours already?
He drank his already.
What?
I passed it to Keith.
Oh,
you drunk already, Nick? Get out of here.
He has been hitting the Maker's Mark. Yeah, the new phone, which I talked about.
Keith got a new phone.
Keith. Wow.
Really?
Yeah, I made the mistake. Well, I don't think it's a mistake, but I made the mistake of putting a fart as my notification sound, and
yeah, it happens.
I should. There you go.
I have 2 unread conversations going on.
I should have done
right
this.
now.
I should have used this one. But
I don't.
That's
not.
It's all too graphic.
This one.
Okay, but that's still there's ambiguity there.
Are we taking the shot?
I don't think that's very ambiguous.
That was your little shot compared to my shot. What
did you do? Did you pour half? Did you pour the really? Oh my god!
I drank too much 2 weeks ago. I'm taking it easy.
Oh, quit crying.
Why is mine like full to the brim and like yours is?
Well, Keith,
yours is like okay. All right. It's enough.
I was really hoping nobody was gonna call me out on that.
Well,
so the messages,
mistaken, sir.
The messages I've received tonight are FD of TG IHJXF G as HXDGV GJHGG
and this
GGHLHHVHS.
VHS, baby.
All right, gentlemen.
That's constructive use.
This is the Bro Show, yo.
Oh boy.
Started as what's her face would say.
Here's.
Is it pink?
Was that pink?
To pink.
Here's to pink and not the singer.
Cheers. Yeah, cheers.
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 Oh, that's foul. That's seriously the worst.
Ooh. Shit.
Also, buy Crystal Head vodka.
Who's this? Is that Dan Aykroyd?
That's Dan Aykroyd.
Dan Aykroyd's urine, right?
Yep.
Dude, if my urine came out like that, oh god, I'd be
like sweat and urine.
He went on a 3 or 4 day bender and then just fucking pissed right in that bottle, huh?
Oh man. Ooh.
Goodness.
Oh, that stuff is so terrible. You can't mix that with anything. There's not enough mixture in the world. Put petroleum in that.
Cranberry, dude.
Hey Kelly, next time
regular vodka.
You're gonna buy vodka, let me know first, and I'll give you some
stuff.
buying options that don't involve.
We're gonna give you a list.
Dan Aykroyd's bodily fluids.
It's not like that bottle was $5.
I don't care what you paid for it. It was too much.
Why would you admit that out loud,
dude?
It's not like I have to kill everyone to get to it.
Have you ever drank Popov vodka? Popov. You can get a pint, a 16-ounce bottle Pop-Up for like
it's seriously
$3.
Like you have a folded dollar bill in your hand.
I do.
Why do you have a folded dollar in your hand?
Because that's how he likes his Starburst. You just fold it up in a Starburst.
Are you trying to get rid of the taste of that?
Fleischmann's vodka, which is $8.99 for a gallon. Finish is better than this.
You know what's better than this? Smirnoff.
Oh, come on.
And that's hard to say for Smirnoff about anything.
Oh, it came right out.
Smirnoff.
It did. Just flew right out. But no, I agree. Even Smirnoff, which is like a Russian person's urine, is better than that.
Yeah, dash cams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those things go
Russian dash cams. Yeah.
Gentlemen.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah. What do we got going on tonight?
How's everyone been? We had a pro show last week.
We did.
And then a pro show before that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then a pro show before that.
I've just been busy.
But then a bro show before that.
Yeah, that looked like a testicle. I'm sorry. That looked like a testicle.
I don't even know what just happened.
He's blowing a bubble, and like from my point of view, like it looked like
a nut, and then like the sack.
Yeah,
like,
looked,
right.
Just
Everything.
The color of it is like flesh tone, and
did it look like he had veins in it and everything?
Yes.
Wow!
Like near like where he was blowing the bubble, it just like it looked really
That's
bad.
amazing.
See, look at that.
Oh, dude, it totally looks like a scrot, bro. Kelly's eating a scrot.
Are we having an actual conversation in this?
I don't even know.
I thought this was the blow show today.
Who Garden? The Bro Show is definitely not brought to you by Belgian beer. Though some of the shenanigans are brought to you by.
Yeah, speaking of shenanigans, Colorado sent me a jury summons.
Who did?
Colorado.
What the
No, actually, specifically El Paso County. Which is Colorado.
Isn't El Paso in Texas?
El Paso? What?
El Paso County. It is in Texas.
Wow.
There's duplicity going on.
So
there's also like a El Paso in Montana. Maybe. Google that. No, but they sent me a jury summons.
Did you respond back saying I don't live there anymore, you twats?
Yeah. They've got some stuff going on regarding.
What do you got there, Kelly?
This is not the blow show today?
Bro Show, not Blow Show.
This is terrible.
What are you doing? You got bubbles?
You got testicles, bubble gum.
I got bubbles to blow bubbles and bubble gum to blow bubbles.
You got bubbles?
Look, I got you some.
It's the Bro Show, not the Blow Show.
What?
I got my own testicle gum.
Oh my god, this is
my Jesus.
God. This is the wild card. Going, oh my god.
What the hell is even happening?
Oh, what the shit? This is weird.
This is really weird, actually. I'm not. This is really.
It kind of tastes like flesh.
Sorry, guys, I was confused. I thought
just
it was a blow
FYI,
show.
we're gonna have bubble splurge everywhere. Speaking of which, let's get started.
Dr. Pepper flavored Hubba Bubba.
Which is delicious, dude.
Is it?
All right, it's okay.
This is not something you can drink.
I don't know how well it's gonna mix with Who Garden.
It's actually probably tastes better than that vodka.
So
this is the worst. This is a label that peels while it peels.
Yeah. So when I was buying this, I felt
where were you at? Where you bought bubbles?
I went to Walgreens.
You're a grown ass man.
I know.
Buying bubbles.
So I'm talking about getting profiled.
I know. I was thinking the exact same thing. Like
You're on so many lists right now.
The FBI is
all
watching.
I need is some bubbles and some bubble gum. Like I asked the lady, I'm like,
it's a good thing he doesn't own a van.
I was sitting there. I'm
Yo,
in the
dog,
candy
what's
aisle,
the best bubbles?
I'm in the candy / toy aisle in Walgreens, and I'm looking at the gum, and they've got like Orbit and all the like kind of adultish gums, and I'm like, I saw this Hubba Bubba, and that was it. And I asked the lady, I was like, "Excuse me, do you guys have any like like Double Bubble, Bubblicious, or any other more Hubba Bubba?"
What would a child chew?
Yeah, I'm looking for the non-adult gum.
I'm looking at something that would be really attractive to a small child.
That's the worst.
Huh.
Yeah, you gotta
I swear it's for a gag. I swear.
Do you think I can get a child to like me if I give him this? Please.
Seriously, Kelly, next time you do that, just go ahead and rent a nondescript white van with blacked out windows.
Okay, you're supposed to be gentle.
Tape
with
a
the
cardboard sign to the side that says free candy.
To blow bubbles near electrical equipment.
Right?
Well, it blew up in my face, so all the best.
This is great.
So
Nick's like the worst bubble blower ever.
I am seriously the worst bubble blower ever. I'm gonna keep this away
Sure, Nick.
for all my secret planning. My fingers all coated in bubble goo.
It's not
Whatever we had was just completely derailed.
This is what I bring to the table.
Wild card.
Wow.
You're lucky I couldn't figure out, like, I didn't have an afro, because I would have been like, what is it today? The Fro Show?
Oh my gosh.
It would have been.
That's
funny.
next week.
Yeah.
We have a plan. Like, it's in Google Docs.
Forgot to look at it.
I'm gonna get some bubble goo on my gum.
What is that? What? I'm sorry.
Dude, this looks like caramel. This looks like caramel. You can see it.
Looks like caramel. Put in your mouth. Looks like a pair of testes.
Okay,
We
I'm
got
done
a
with that.
blow and champion over here. Rob knows how to blow.
Your mom taught me.
Oh.
Zing.
Got me.
Let's get our first question.
Let's move on.
Fucking hell.
Fuck everything up.
Yeah, you're fucking like Oprah. Like, hey, and you get kids bubble shit, and you get kids bubble shit, and you get kids bubble shit.
I could have brought.
Okay, that's fucking horrible.
Yeah, you don't mix fucking sugar.
Oh, so does not work.
You gotta make it happen, son.
So that's another one I could have done. I could have bought Oprah's magazine and then been like reading it and and been like, oh, is this not the O show today? That shit would have been hilarious.
That's pretty great.
But talk about getting profiled too. I've been like, yeah, I fucking love Oprah Winfrey.
So let's talk about profiling further. Let's talk about our readers.
Keith.
Yeah.
Slap him, please.
I'm saving him up for one big slap.
Yeah.
One
super slap.
Big.
KubaCon, friend of the site, TG.
Oh.
Here's another question, even though this is his first question. So, here's another question for you guys of FEZ and Kelly.
Oh, me, yeah.
Yeah. So, Keith, Rob, and I
and then
are the guys of
are FEZ.
Yeah.
And Kelly
not so much.
is our leech.
Yeah. That's
like, he comes in, he just pretends he's working. What video game or games would you like to see a remake of, if any?
None. God damn it. Done.
Is that a game?
Is
that a title?
I'm gonna touch that, and they're actually apparently doing it. Shadowrun, the original Shadowrun for Super NES. Mm-hmm. They're apparently doing a remake of that now.
There wasn't there Kickstarter for it?
Yeah. And
Kickstarter?
Yeah,
so that's legit.
I'm wicked hot for that. Dude, it looks so bad, Kelly. Because it's like this disgusting brown color.
Yeah,
it's like a decomposed scrot.
I would say, after that comment, I was going to say XCOM, but they kind of did that.
They did.
Yeah, they did that. And
SimCity would probably be a good one.
Actually, better than that. How about this game?
What?
Yeah.
We're probably going to have to... I need to drink a little more.
I haven't played yet, but...
I want to talk about the response to Nick's review to that game in this show.
We can talk about that game. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the game because it's balls.
Yeah, let's just talk about the
let's talk about
backlash and.
Well, hold on a second. I have to put my 2 cents.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
I do too.
Yeah.
No, you go in there.
Make you go first.
All right. You know what I'd like? Because after the recent closure of LucasArts, which is a terrible tragedy. Everyone, please, moment of silence. So, and then Dark Forces, the original.
That
would be fantastic. Kyle Katarn, before he's a fucking weird ass Jedi. No. Dark Forces is not about Jedi. It's about having a blaster and shooting people. Pew pew. Yes, like you, blaster dude. Bling bling bling. Done.
It's not bling bling bling. It's pew pew pew.
Depending on the gun.
I've never heard a gun say bling.
Bling bling.
Peter, I think, said bling bling bling.
No, I think that one just went pew 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 pew.
You're right.
Yep, see?
It was the fusion blaster.
All right, what about you, Keith?
Dark Forces, definitely.
Probably, I mean, since they've already done the DuckTales one, Chippendales Rescue Ranger from the Nintendo Entertainment System.
Man, aim lower.
I love that game. It's so much fun.
If he aimed any lower, he'd shoot himself in the ankle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Was it like the original Mario? Remake Mario, dude.
They already did that.
Every cycle.
Every year.
All right, Kelly, what would they remake that's legit, like a real thing?
That I would go for?
Yeah.
I think it like Donkey Kong would be fun. Like old school.
Donkey Kong?
Like the original Donkey Kong.
Man,
well, no. Like I guess like Donkey Kong Country.
They did make Donkey Kong Country for the Wii.
But that's different.
Oh, really?
You have to use the bongos.
No.
Oh,
like Donkey Kong Returns.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
They had on a Wii.
Yeah, fuck that.
Oh, speaking of which, I don't know how big of a fan you guys were. Star Fox. The original Star Fox.
I personally wasn't a fan.
Fine.
Star
Fox.
Yeah.
Loved it. Like, before they became this, like, weird, like, hey, I need help. I'm a frog.
Got one.
Like, no.
He's really good at Maker's Mark tonight. What?
Rapper the Rapper.
Yeah, you were the only one who played it.
Yeah, I played the demo for like 5
that shit
minutes.
Was awesome.
I didn't have a PlayStation.
Never even heard.
Oh, you know, it's another
Rapper the Rapper.
You know, we're just gonna keep rolling here. You probably got. I don't think maybe Rob did. Interstate 76.
Was it like crazy redneck truckers?
No.
I'm thinking of Redneck Rampage.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
This was your character is named Groove Champion, and your friend's Taurus. He's a black man.
Okay.
And it's vehicular car combat with like super polygonal, like Tarantino style.
I think I might have played that. Yeah.
Spy game. Oh God, dude, they did that.
I know, but it was shit.
They should remake Halo.
Right.
Again.
I think they should go ahead and reboot the Twilight movie series.
Maybe Call of Duty.
No, but SimCity, I think you're right. If they just waited, I said in the review when we talked about this, an extra 5 years on that game, like just wait till the technology was ready. Done.
Yeah.
Let's redo Cityville.
Redo Cityville?
Yeah, just redo Cityville.
From on Facebook.
Yikes.
Facebook game.
Yeah, just redo it. Call it Cityville 2.
Wow. No, for me though, definitely Shadowrun. The original from NES. Also Syndicate.
Did you play the new one? Granted, the new one is a first-person shooter and not a strategy.
Yeah, it's totally. I would like them to remake like the original Syndicate.
You know, when you speak of that, Dungeon Keeper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remake that. There was this game. I can't remember what it's called. There's a game that released.
It wasn't me that time. I had nothing to do with it.
Released recently, but it was like Dungeon Keeper.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to play it. I want Dungeon Keeper.
See, I think the problem that we're having is we're starting to like just name off every fucking game that like didn't have a sequel.
No, because Dungeon Keeper had a sequel, but it was awful. Okay. And this was 15 years ago.
Yeah, I'm thinking like we're just like any game that didn't make it to like the new consoles. We're all like,
hey
yes,
guys,
we love that.
Kelly. I'm a big storm cloud. Let me rain on your parade.
I'm just saying.
Just go back to chewing your balls and shut up.
Perfect Dark.
No, I'm gonna be blowing his balls.
Yeah, right.
Another one I'd like to see, even though it's an arcade, is the Jurassic Park Lost World shooter. I don't know if any of you guys played it before. It was amazing.
You know, I've only seen the movie once.
Really?
Yeah, I've actually been, because it's in the Play Store, I've been meaning to watch the second one again.
It's okay. Not the best.
Because it was weird. I remember it being weird.
What was that game? Oh, NFL
Tetris.
Blitz.
They should remake Tetris.
Oh, Blitz, yes. And NHL Hits. Love that.
Whoa.
That's amazing.
That's a 2-pack
Now, if we're gonna get into arcade, I got a couple I'm gonna throw out.
Blitz was 64?
720, the old skateboarding game. It had the cockeyed joystick and NBA Jam.
They did remake that.
I'm talking about like a right now modern day remake of the original NBA Jam
with Larry Bird and everybody,
where you could do like the button cheat and get the fat heads and
get the Bill Clinton in there. Wasn't he in there?
Yeah, he was.
Not in the original.
I remember with
and you could do like front flip dunks on people and stuff.
Blitz, because I had that shit for 64. I'd play that game at the youth center all the time, and at the bowling alley.
Because you were delinquent youth.
No, it was just like a youth community center. It was like a YMCA on base, on military base.
Your youth center had a Nintendo 64.
How ironic would it be?
My youth center had armed security guards.
How ironic is it that the military YMCA is not an acronym?
Right. Yeah, I know. It's just the
not
youth
the
center.
YC PL.
Anyway.
So I would play NFL Blitz there with people. And then when we go to the bowling alley, they had the arcade version of Blitz that took your N64 save cartridge. So then you can bring up the shit, and then you can and I remember the save, how you saved your character and stuff was a phone number.
Oh yeah, the phone number. Yeah, I remember that.
That was legit, dude. Put in, you knew the phone numbers to get the cheats.
Going way back, Zach McCracken and the Alien Mind Benders.
No opinion. They should remake Doom.
It's one of the best adventure games ever, Zach McCracken.
There should be a Doom movie.
They should remake Full Throttle.
They should go ahead and release Duke Nukem Forever. Oh, wait.
How about 1080? That was pretty fun.
So speaking of Duke Nukem Forever, I remember, because I was talking with Kelly, this is in regards to our Star Trek review. But people will call you out. Like, because I had early access to Duke Nukem. I'm just stuffing gum in my mouth.
Yeah, and Nick's working on his 5th piece of Hubba Bubba right now.
Lord. I just swallow it. And
swallowed it.
It's true candy.
But anyway, I had early access to Duke Nukem Forever demo, and
Wow.
my point is,
Oh my god!
I went on. I did a review.
Yeah, you guys didn't know that there was an album, and it's because this guy.
I did a review. Yeah, track 7 really blows, guys. Needs more percussion. What I'm saying is I did a review and put it on N4G. Thing exploded, and people were calling me out like, "Man, you don't know shit. Duke Nukem's fucking awesome. No way that you could
Homo.
This been for 13 years and you fucking got this wrong." And then the game came out. And I don't get an apology. You don't get an apology.
There's no
when
apologies
people find
online.
out. Yeah, when people find out that Star Trek the video game is a fucking piece of shit, like I don't get an apology for that because I called it out first.
You won't.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's funny if you read, I mean, people get that all the time. We see that all the time on YouTube and our comments and stuff like that, where people are like, "You obviously don't know what you're talking about. You
don't know how to play games.
You're
I
a
don't know.
fucking hater."
I don't know how to play games.
Right.
I'm terrible at games.
Or like I love the people that they make these comments and then they obviously didn't read the article because they hit stuff that's talked about in the article.
What about this and what about that and what about this?
Yeah.
And
Paragraph 2, paragraph 5, paragraph 17.
But then I love the people that comment on that. It's like, look, he's not even answering the person's comment.
Someone said that on Reddit. Yeah,
it's
exactly.
Like, look at the credibility of.
So here's my philosophy, okay? Because right after I'd done the Star Trek review, this was like a day later, some dude had this encyclopedia volume in response to my review. He had not played the game. I think maybe he did. Yeah, it's like, this game's a 7. I gave it a 1. I was almost going to give it a 0, but it didn't brick my 360. But I was seriously this close to giving it a 0 after Red State. But so he writes this huge response, and I'm at this point, I've been on the internet long enough, I don't need to sit there and address you point to point, because that will take all day. Like, I will consume all of my time responding to this one dude who's probably just a plant for Warner or Paramount, telling me to not say bad things about the game. They did not send out pre-release copies of this game to media. It's kind of like when you don't screen the movie for critics. Mm-hmm. Same thing.
Right. Yeah.
Same thing. It's a doom sentence.
There's another big post on here from some guy, AJ Mater, AJ.
Yes, hang on.
Where he says, I get that you didn't get this game. I just can't believe how kids are in this generation. Obviously, you like a different style of game, so why are you reviewing this one? I hate golf, so okay, first of all, twat, this is what we get paid to do, is review games. Publishers send us their games to review them, and it doesn't matter if it's a genre that we particularly care for or not. We attempt to judge each game based on its individual merits in a very objective fashion.
In fact,
douche knuckle.
I'm going to buy Madden 25, and I'm going to give it a 3.
Right.
Well, and then this is your type of game.
Yeah, it's right. It's in my wheel well. I mean, it's not like I would dive for it.
Right, but I mean...
And I like this. Yeah. I like this. Also... Or he says, and no melee and a bunch of corridors. Really? Have you seen Star Trek? I've seen every episode of fucking Star Trek, every fucking show, every spinoff, Enterprise, fucking... And he says...
But have you seen the lens flares?
It's a fucking starship. Of course there's a bunch of corridors. Wait, a space station looks uniformly... Okay, we understand that there's a bunch of corridors.
There are.
Meathead. But what happened to the melee? Because if you look at any of the various spin-offs of Star Trek, somebody at some point or another got punched.
Yes. Or fenced.
Yeah.
In Sulu's case.
Like, yeah, even in the new movie, the reboot, there was people getting punched. There was definitely some melee going on.
Some throat grabs.
It was about melee. And this is exactly what you're talking about. Somebody obviously didn't really read The review?
Yeah. Or they
skim the whole thing.
It was probably too long.
It's fucking stupid. But the thing is, the part about Melee wasn't brought up in the review. It was brought up in the forums.
Yeah.
So he didn't even read the fucking review to see that wasn't in there.
I think he may have read like afterwards.
No, he's a grump.
But you're a douchebag. That's what I'm trying to say. Keith, ask me some questions about Star Trek because I know you were looking forward to it, and I want to destroy your dream.
He says, if Kirk gets grabbed by a Gorn, there are some pretty cool, iconic Starfleet breakaways and melee moves that are in the game.
So some quick time events?
Are you...
I don't...
want me to ask a question about the game itself or just in
because obviously
Star Trek?
As a huge now that you're holding the you got to show them the inside. That's how it came. Like there's no documentation. The documentation is printed on the inside sleeve.
Yeah, but that's better than most games. Most games don't come with documentation, and they're usually got the cutout and everything. See,
that's using full plastic there.
I know, so I'm saying it's ballerific, dude.
That's so they splooged on the case, but they did not splooge on the warranty cut. Insert that would normally, or the little sensor tag that goes with a game like that. The cover and I didn't realize this, but like their faces are photoshopped onto these painterly pictures.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. It's not.
I was gonna make a comment about that in the review, like. These are obviously
would have been too superficial, Nick.
Yeah, we don't.
That's just common knowledge to happen.
But to their credit, Quinto and Pine do really good job in that game. Personally,
their voices.
Yeah, the worst line of dialogue in that whole game is Zoe Saldana as Uhura, and she's saying something like totally game-like,
get to the job.
Something like that. It was like, you just hacked him.
Go to this hacking terminal.
Yeah, because you have to... So there are points where you have to whip out your tricorder to find an enemy, and then switch to your gun to shoot them. So, and then there's this boss fight where they will be there. You can see their muzzle flash of their gun, of their blaster, and you can shoot right at it. But it won't hit anything because you did not pull out your tricorder to activate the sprinkler system.
Serious?
So that then the particulate would come and hit them.
Sounds horrible.
So that you see them and then you can shoot them. And there's 4 of these sprinkler subsystems.
Oh my god! I'm glad I didn't play this game.
Oh, you should be! It's terrible! This game is terrible! It's a piece of shit!
That's horrible.
It's the worst!
And I've got to hit this. I have to hit this.
Hit it.
This guy, the Dow, commented.
Dow Jones?
No, the Dow, D-A-O. I think he's trying to say Dow like T-A-O, like Taoism.
Taoism.
But he's, I don't know. He says, he says, games ship without being fully completed so they can provide updates and DLC to add on to the game's experience. Like he says this, as if we don't know this.
Right.
We do know this. It doesn't make it right.
No.
And I want to comment, I want to basically reiterate what I said in the forums, is that people who have this kind of attitude, of course the game shipped incomplete, it's so they can do, you people are idiots. You, just take all of your money, empty your bank account, put it all in an envelope, send it to me. Because you would get more value out of it that way than you would by giving it to publishers who intentionally don't finish games so they can then charge you later for DLC.
Yeah.
It's horseshit. I was complaining about this to somebody today with EA. How they'll release a game and then, Madden, for example. Oh, well, if you pay us 200 Microsoft points, we'll give you new stadiums. And you pay them the 200 Microsoft points and it downloads a 187-byte file that unlocks content that's already on the disc. That is fucking robbery. How are you people satisfied with this? You're being stolen from. And they're like, oh, of course they're going to do that. Yeah, of course they're going to do it because you fucking morons keep paying for it.
Yeah.
Cheers, bitches.
Yeah, no, it sucks. Yeah, I mean, because you think about the games back in the day, games that they shipped complete because
there was no DLC. They couldn't charge you for DLC.
Yeah. Or you had to mail in your cartridge.
Right.
To this number. Though the worst is that game is broken, busted, super bad, and that's because I played alone. If I had played with someone, like maybe it wouldn't have been so bad. But because I had an AI Spock, it is a fully co-op game. Like this is a game, and it's not drop in, drop out co-op, mind you. It's like you have to be at the beginning of the level together, like 2005 style.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Star Trek the video game does.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah.
But hey, at least it's 3D compatible.
Yeah,
dude, so we saw that at E3 and they gave us all a bunch of
we did the
glasses.
the big in the theater.
Yeah.
Which it looked pretty cool in the theater demo that they did.
So the theater demo, and I mentioned this in the article, so you're on that big Gorn sailing barge thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You slide off, you fall through the big Vulcan because you're on New Vulcan, and you crash and
your leg, a big Vulcan hole?
Yes. And then your leg is busted. Like, you're sitting on the ground like, oh, I'm Kirk. And a Gorn lands nearby.
But if you're a Spock, is your Vulcan leg busted?
I don't know.
My Vulcan leg is broken.
No, because Spock comes to recover you.
Oh, okay.
So you just kind of watch as, you save the day for Kirk. So Kirk's got a phaser nearby. He grabs it, puts it to his side, and then Kirk and the Gorn stop. And then all of a sudden Gorn,
What?
Yeah, because he was supposed to blast the Gorn, and the entire thing went AWOL.
They effed up that portion of the cutscene?
The entire thing is gone.
That's awesome.
And then some dude was trying to justify it in the thread. Fucking him.
Well, DLC will fix that.
Fuck you, dude. What I'm trying to say is that, so after that, you're this busted Kirk, and you're when you're solo, you play as Spock hoisting this Kirk.
Oh, you're talking about here where he says, so it's hard to control a character who has a busted leg?
Hang on, let me set it up.
Okay.
So you're walking around, and so, yeah, like I said, you're moving as Spock, you're carrying Kirk. Kirk is the one with the phaser, so you can do both. And you cannot move backwards. You can literally steer yourself into a corner and have to reset the level. It is...
What?
Yes! Like, imagine a game where you can't back up.
You can't back up in this game?
At all. No, not in this particular sequence.
Oh, okay.
Where you're...
Well, I mean, that's still bad enough.
Terrible. And they say, because you're with Tamar, who's the Vulcan science chick who's like helping you out. And you can actually go to the exits. There are like a couple different doors, and you can see through the crack. You can see her. Like, you can see her. She's right there. You can see her. She's right there. And she's like, go to the medical bay. I can't help you. I'm in distress or something. And you can see her. She's just standing there. And my phone's going out. And so she's like, check your tricorder. But because you're the wounded Kirk, if you play as Kirk, you cannot pull out your tricorder.
Because you have a broken leg.
Because you have a broken leg.
Which means you can't go like this.
Yes. Yes. Exactly. So you cannot do that.
Wow.
At all.
Wow.
So you're wandering around the level.
Good thing I didn't break my leg when I had the motorcycle accident, because I wouldn't be able to play games at all right now.
Yeah, you wouldn't have to have...
I'd be completely fucked.
It's totally screwed. So I was walking around the... So there's this upper level that...
I just have to mash my face into the controller.
Yeah. Get carried on by Nick.
Yeah.
Wow.
Great. So there's this upper level, because I was trying to see, like, where the hell is this medical bay so I can get my leg fixed? And as you're going up the stairs, like, the camera starts seizuring. Like,
wow.
Like, it's great, and it does exactly.
It makes like, which I can see that happening in a beta test, but
or an alpha test
in a release. I mean, come on now. So that's what this guy says. You're really going to write parts of the review based on the fact you don't know how to play, which is astonishing for a reviewer. So it's hard to control a character who has a broken leg. No shit. You ever think it's supposed to be? He inserts these random parenthetical statements. No shit. You ever think it's supposed to be? Parentheses. You don't have to move backwards. Hold left or right. Dealer's choice, and you'll be facing your chosen fate in no time. Padre. Close parentheses. Question mark. Exclamation point. What is that?
What?
Like this? What is he even? Do you even understand what he's saying?
I was reading that stuff too.
Yeah. It's like what did I give it? I give it a disagree. I think I give it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a disagree right now too. Because this guy's a douche knuckle.
Yeah, that's right.
Give him a disagree.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we should move on.
Yeah, definitely. We talked enough about.
One more thing. So you can command Spock. All right. And
cool. Next.
Command Spock.
You can command Spock. You can tell him, go here, go there. There's this point where you have to access 3 different fucking power terminals in this huge ass room because the game is totally bored. It's padding out its length. Needs you to do something. And I tell it, hey, go to this power terminal. And he steps on this elevator and he's sprinting. and he's stuck sprinting into this rail. And you cannot, like, you can tell him to go other places. He's still stuck. Like, he'll slow down. But he'll just alternate between full-on sprint. Like, I can't do that, Captain. I can't do that, Captain.
I think Nick's stuck now.
Yeah,
exactly.
All right, that's cool.
Wow.
Cool story, bro.
Star Trek, 0 out of 10.
Is that what you gave it?
You gave it a 1 out of 10.
I gave it a 1, but it didn't break my Xbox, so.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
All right. What's next?
Bradders the dog wants to know who each of us would like to see replace Downey as Iron Man in the Avengers, and our worst possible picks.
Okay, I got one. I think if there would be anyone to replace Robert Downey Jr., possibly George Clooney.
What?
Yeah,
I would
maybe like 10 years ago.
I'll buy it.
Like 10 years ago. You can do it now?
You can do it now.
It has
dye
to
his
be
hair.
current. It has to be current. Come
Dye his hair.
Yeah, well then, obviously,
No,
I think
I'm
it could
not-
be. He's got
Nope,
the
dye it.
smugness of Tony Stark.
I think it does. I think he's
He could
cool.
totally pull it off.
I think he's cool.
Yeah.
You can imagine that guy.
My worst though, it'd probably have to be Zach Galifianakis, even though it might be actually really funny though. Just like this loser, like has inherited his father's business, and he's just like this, like
With this beard.
this idiot who thinks he's a superhero.
I've got a couple worst possibles.
Okay.
Seth Rogen.
No,
It would be horrible.
You can pull that one off.
No.
Yeah. After
No,
Green
he's-
Hornet,
Yeah,
He's like your
Green Hornet.
everyday guy. I feel
He
he's
is.
not
Tony Stark
he's not
is
Tony
maybe.
Stark.
No, right. Yeah. Yeah.
well, you can
He's
compare
way
it
too much of a pothead.
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tony Stark. Okay.
I definitely couldn't see anybody like Mel Gibson. Ever.
Or Michael J. Fox.
No.
No, Michael J. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
All right. So some good ones. A good one.
Wow, who would I like to see replace Robert Downey Jr.? That's the thing, is I can't picture anybody else in that role.
Brad Pitt.
No,
One of my coworkers was saying,
Brad Pitt's too serious.
Yeah.
what's his name? Bradley Cooper.
Huh?
Bradley Cooper.
Yeah, okay,
I can see
maybe.
that.
Who's that?
The worst, Ed Helms.
Bradley Cooper from Silver Linings Playbook. Bradley
Hangover.
Cooper, Hangover. Yeah.
Who's the one with the longer hair, the part.
Oh, okay.
Limitless, the dude.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Ed Helms. Ching, ching, ching. I'm Tony Stark. I got a banjo. Blah blah blah.
I also thought about Joel McHale.
What about Johnny Depp?
That would be too ironic.
It would almost be.
You can have ironic and too ironic.
Johnny Depp, though.
Johnny Depp.
But you'd have to make those things like super effeminate.
No.
What?
Like the suits would have to be like,
No.
yeah,
No.
earrings and
I don't know what you're
making,
saying.
yeah.
No. Because you're stuck on Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
I think I think
Tonto.
Johnny Depp was stuck as
Johnny
Hunter S.
Depp?
Thompson until Jack Sparrow, and then he's been stuck as Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Like you watch Tonto, Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done. It's over.
So I would think it would be pretty easy to get stuck as Hunter S. Thompson.
Dude, that movie is so amazing.
Because I wonder how much acid he actually did to prepare for that role.
I don't know, but that movie is so great.
What?
Chris Rock.
Oh my God.
For so many reasons, no.
So-
Yeah. For
Christian
all of the
Bale.
reasons, no.
Christian Bale.
No, not Christian Bale.
Iron Man.
What's that other fucking guy's name?
Val Kilmer.
No, he was in the Dragon movie with Christian Bale. He was in
Tom Hardy.
300.
Oh, Gerard Butler.
Yeah, Gerard Butler.
He doesn't have a career anymore.
He doesn't have a charisma for it, I don't feel.
He could.
Maybe.
I don't.
I thought he was really good in Ordinary Citizen Guy.
How about
Law-abiding citizen.
Oh, that movie.
How about Dwayne Johnson?
Now,
Dwayne Johnson as
Iron
the
Man.
Hulk, I can see.
That'd be all right.
because you can already see it.
Yeah.
Like literally, he's
Right.
just there.
They just throw some green paint on him. And call it a
That's what I'm
day.
saying, like,
Here.
him and as Iron Man.
Let me
make the
pitch
Iron
this,
Man suit
gentlemen.
Huge.
Tony Stark, Mark Wahlberg.
No. No.
That would be
Hey,
a fun
Donnie
I'm
Wahlberg.
Tony Stark. Huh?
Donnie Wahlberg. Donnie Wahlberg's way better of an actor than Mark.
That's why he gets all the movies. Righteous Kill.
No, like Band of Brothers, man.
Oh, dude,
he was amazing in that series.
Whatever, 15 years ago.
He was amazing in that
Righteous
series.
Kill.
All right, Tom Hanks then.
Did you say Tom Hanks?
Great. You know what they should do? They should bring back Jeff Bridges.
What about Ben Affleck?
Yeah, maybe.
I would bring him back as director.
He could throw some snark in that role. I think
I can see it. Yeah, definitely.
Matt Damon.
No,
I would pick Matt Damon over Ben Affleck.
DiCaprio.
He's definitely on the no way list. DiCaprio.
Yeah, DiCaprio more like.
Am I right?
Am I right?
So now Bradder says personally his pick would be Arnold Schwarzenegger. Credible actor who brings real depth to the characters he portrays. I don't get to the chopper.
Hey, Zindia.
Not a tumor.
Right. Where's my iron suit?
Gwyneth.
Yeah, Gwyneth.
Be mine.
Pepper.
There's some other things that Tony Stark says.
Pepper.
I don't know. He calls that one robot stupid.
Stupid.
Like he had some catchphrases like what were some bring us a fucking trailer.
No trailers.
No, we're just gonna see what he says so we can figure out. So we can
there's no
do some Arnold's.
So while we're answering that, we have other questions.
We have other questions. Do any of y'all care for board games? And not the D&D type, but something like Betrayal at House of the Hill. Never heard of it.
Which is like, she says, it's like Clue on crack.
I
Keith, you're a sophisticated board type guy. What's your favorite board type?
Board
Game.
type.
Well, this is gonna make it awkward because I like apples to apples.
That's not a board game.
That's kind of a board game.
That's a card game.
You know, I
It's a
think
card
in the
game.
galaxy of games that we play, I think that's the closest to.
Goodness.
Yeah, I mean, beer drinking games.
No,
That's
board
not a
games.
game.
Okay, so Monopoly
So-
is just a classic then.
Monopoly is the best.
Yeah, just
Life.
Life
is
good.
Never played
Yeah.
Life.
You've never played Life?
Never played. You know, I've never played Risk. So I found my parents.
Risk is pretty good.
yeah.
I've never played my parent. I found my parents' Risk set, and I made up my own rules. And the way I designed it,
what
I could play
happens.
as every single character.
Yeah, that's what happens when you. That's a problem with Risk and Monopoly because like
No,
everybody.
but everyone knows how to play Monopoly.
Let me fucking explain. So everybody has their own special set of rules. Like some people they do like you land on go, you get double money, so you get 400,
which is what you do.
land. You have to pay taxes. It goes in the middle. Whoever lands on free parking gets it.
That's
So
Supposed to be
that
way.
breaks the game. No, that is not default rules.
those
Those are elective.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
that's the
and
way
then
we always
Has to
did
go
it.
and get 200.
Right. Yeah, and then so there's always like little rules like that. You know.
But those break the like I played Monopoly recently. I played it with my cousin, and we played Monopoly, and we did the free parking thing. That breaks the game.
Yeah, I know, because
That's
as soon as
totally,
somebody
like,
lands on that shit, you're
Yeah.
fucking set.
It's like, yeah, you win, and then
Yeah.
you do it like twice in a row.
Yeah, I know.
Until the next person
Breaks
lands
the
on it, and then they're set.
No, because what would
because
always
the next
happen
person
is-
doesn't do it.
Yeah, if somebody lands on it, takes like the
10,000,
Yeah,
and then it's like
and then
hotels everywhere.
right, and then 3 people land on it right after, and there's nothing in there.
Yeah.
So fuck them.
Yeah, but then you land on somebody's
You
hotel, and then
can't do
you
that.
owe.
It's called luck
you
of the
owe-
dice.
There's no.
I know,
luck.
but then the other issue with that is since the game can last so long, people will start getting bored. I know when I'm the banker, I start stealing funds.
I did that in
Wow.
summer school. Like I was just like,
He's our treasurer, too.
500.
Great.
This will be used in our investigation.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, he steals.
Yeah.
Flushing Zipper versus Kelly Karnetsky.
You do not have the
Great.
right to remain silent. Anything you
Yeah.
say can and will result in an ass whooping.
Right.
Yeah.
So in the early days of the internet, people introduced me to online Monopoly, and not like the full animated thing that you think of online Monopoly,
like
but like just
No,
the
it
board.
sounds worse than that.
Board. No, but here's the thing: people can beat that game in 10 minutes.
What?
What's the point?
How do you beat that game in 10 minutes?
When you remove all of the extra like time shit, like when you automate all of it, and you just have the board like that game goes so fast when you're not sitting there like thinking about shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the whole thing about Monopoly. You have to think about what you're doing.
And that's the other thing is that
strategy.
That's another
strategic,
rule.
yeah, very
that's
strategic.
another rule that people like on the first run on the board, you're not supposed to be able to buy property.
That's an optional rule.
It's totally a rule. On the first round, around the rule.
Is it actually in the rules?
Yeah.
Of the game?
Yeah.
I never.
Because you can read that.
I always thought that was a stupid rule.
Well.
So we just.
Because then you don't get first mover advantage.
Yeah.
You know. But no. So like it's like snapping up properties right away, so that the guys who haven't even rolled yet are like paying rent when they actually roll wrong.
That's part of the fun.
Well, sure, but
fuck them.
Totally illegal.
Yeah, and what are some other board games like
Candyland?
Candyland.
People were really confused. I explained this to people, but the shark game, Shark Attack.
What?
Did no one play Shark Attack?
No.
Pictionary.
I played Mousetrap. Mousetrap was pretty bomb.
That's different.
Anybody played Jumanji?
Yeah,
that was a great game.
No, I knew people who played
Jenga.
Because that was huge when the game came out or when the movie came out. Yeah, Jumanji was huge.
Hungry Hippos.
No,
it's not a board game.
Crossfire, dude. You're the only person I knew about a Crossfire, and you're sitting there like ting 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 ting.
That shit was dangerous.
Ting ting. Yeah, and then
metal balls.
And then you run out, and then you're sitting there like, hang on, guys, pause the game. Like grab. Oh, why did I do that? You're like having to grab all your little metal BBs and like dump it back into the gun.
And they're thick.
And I remember like he showed me he had electronic battleship. He was rich.
Yeah, we never had an electronic battleship.
And he was showing me like in order to play electronic battleship, you have to whip out. They have this huge thick manual.
Whipping out anything.
You have this
going real dark, real quick.
Yeah, I know. You gotta whip out.
You gotta whip out. Anyway, you gotta whip out this big manual because you have to tell the game where you place your ship and then place it according to the manual. It has like every possible configuration of ships because that's the only way you could go.
Yeah, because you couldn't. There was no cheating involved unless you place your pieces everywhere else because you plugged in A2 and then it'd say that
takes the fun out of the game like that.
Yeah,
no, see that was fun
because cheating's the name name of the game.
I know,
but like moving your ships right in the middle of the battle.
Right,
they go B6 and you're like, oh, you missed, and you move your ship and you put the thing there.
Yeah,
you know it's terrible because they don't give you enough pegs.
Yeah, that's true.
They do not give you enough.
In electronic battleship.
In battleship,
we always had pegs. We had plenty of pegs.
No, I don't remember having enough pegs. You always had the little bin with the white.
There's never enough.
Dude, if my sister watches this, she's gonna be so pissed. She's gonna be like, "That motherfucker cheated on all his battleship games." I did, Brenda. I'm sorry.
What was the other one? Not Clue, but Guess Who?
Okay, Clue would totally been an acceptable form of a board game. Guess Who is not a board game.
So
I never played Clue all the way through.
I mean, I guess maybe it would be, but
I had a friend who had Clue, and we pulled it out and set everything up, and it's like I don't know how to play the game.
Yeah.
So we closed it up and boxed it away.
Clue was fun.
Clue is fun if you read instructions.
Colonel Mustard did it in the observatory with the candlestick.
Yeah.
Not Pictionary. What's the other one where you have to do the trivia? And
Draw something.
Trivial Pursuit.
Trivial Pursuit.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, that shit was like some complicated shit because you had the piece that had the pie, and you had to put all the pieces in the pie.
No, Trivial Pursuit was good. I used to win that game all the time.
Yeah.
I used to crush fools at Trivial Pursuit.
Dude, I was so
Dude, we need to like seriously do that. Like test our wits against like some Trivial Pursuit.
And you got to get like a 1991 version.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a horrible one that goes back like 30 years.
Yeah,
before
that's got all those
Michael Jackson references. George Bush is the president. Soviet Union.
All right, so we need to do that. We need to go buy a recent Trivial Pursuit that's kind of updated or something.
Yeah.
And do that. Do some trivial.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
Maybe.
If 4 of us can totally do that.
You guys aren't invited.
It sucks to be you. Us. Yeah. It's gonna be a 6-hour thing. Speaking before whatever we do.
Speaking of before.
Speaking of whatever we do. Monopoly City Streets. Remember they had the special
Shitty Streets?
Shitty Street. Well, it was shitty when they closed it down.
Yeah, that's pretty goodness.
They did a special Monopoly City edition of
Monopoly.
What is happening right now?
I'm trying to explain. Monopoly.
Here, Nick is drunk.
City.
Was there like some sort of wormhole opened up?
No, Nick is drunk. It wasn't a board game, though.
It was an online game.
Yeah, so it was Monopoly. So what it was Google Maps and it was Monopoly. You started off with a certain amount of money and you would click on roads.
you buy roads so you could buy like the road you grew up on and then set up like skyscrapers there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
they ran it for like 2 months or something like that.
It was actually really fun because I mean you would buy these things and you can buy them from people can sell them, and then the street value goes up. So you're like, Nick and I would be constantly just searching the map for long roads that were not bought.
Yeah, because the longer the road was,
the more money.
Like the more exactly. So you'd pick out like county roads that stretched for like 100 miles, like Kansas, like eastern Colorado, stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, the shit
the game.
Yeah, the shit was actually was fun. I mean, we weren't the only ones, and then you start looking at the like leaderboard.
We weren't the only ones.
I swear.
No, but then you start looking in like the big cities, like LA, NYC, like London.
Yeah.
And that shit was expensive. It was like roads were like $3 million, and you didn't have that much money. It was like impossible to do. It was like the person lucked out; they got it on day one.
Sure.
Because everything was super cheap on day one.
Yeah.
And people couldn't log into the servers, so they're buying the shit.
So like SimCity.
That was exactly what I was gonna say. Yeah, it was just like SimCity.
Yeah, this is a thing.
Yeah, it was like for weeks.
You know what else was a lot of fun though? Back in the day, Chutes and Ladders. You ever play some Chutes and Ladders?
Is that the same thing as Snakes and Ladders, or is that?
I don't know what the hell you've been playing.
Snakes and Ladders is like the rip off.
No, Chutes and Ladders where you had to like you'd go up.
I knew
the bootleg version.
And you could like, if you landed on a space with a ladder, you would go up.
Yeah.
But if you landed on a space with a chute, like, and you could be like all the way almost to the end and hit a chute that dropped you all the way down to the bottom.
And you like tweak the dice
hell was
when
I
people were
playing?
looking. Yeah.
I feel like that's the same game except snakes. Would you just go down the snake?
I
Or some? It was made by like Milton Ladbury,
Right? Yeah.
manufactured in Russia.
Milton Radley or something.
Milton Radley.
It's like constant.
Melvin Radley.
It's like capitalism is evil in the instruction manual. Play this game for Mother Russia. You know?
Right.
Like, terrible.
Speaking of Mother Russia, when are we getting Metro?
Soon. That game has gone gold.
Awesome.
So you'll have that soon.
Good.
Yep. Play that shit.
I mean, yeah, I'm excited to play that.
Yeah. Get some games in there.
Hell yeah.
It's new games. I
know that was
they've
bad
been sending
segue,
me
but-
Steam codes, and I've just been playing games. Like, I played 2 games that were like almost identical, like 2 totally different developers, and I wrote this as much in the article when I was sober. So these are totally grounded statements. But they're like totally similar in fantasy. They're fantasy role-playing game strategy games. They're like almost like as soon as you write it on paper, they're identical games. It's like
Wow.
I'm playing. So you play through one, and then you play through the other, and it's like, wow. So that was my story.
Yeah, I saw you popping up last night on Steam with like all these weird games. I go, what is
they're
that doing?
So one is Fallen Enchantress, which is not it sounds like a great game, great name for a strip club, but not a fantasy role-playing game.
Fallen Enchantress.
And then the other one is
I don't want to go to that strip club.
No, that sounds horrible.
It's the kind of place you walk out with like a herp stain on your leg or something.
I don't know what that is either. So, and then the other one is Edor, Masters of the Broken World.
Now that sounds like a great strip club right there.
That sounds like a candy. Hey man, have you had your Edor today? And it's got vitamins in it or something.
Nick's had like half a bottle of Maker's Mark tonight.
I've had half a glass. I was very conservative about
There was a lot of Maker's Mark in that glass.
There was.
There was.
But with ice, it would have been full, which is what I usually do. Nazi actually offered to buy me whiskey stones, but I heard those are totally non-starters. Whiskey stones?
Non-starters.
Yeah, like they don't do anything.
They're fucking rocks, dude.
They're supposed to like
They chill the whiskey.
Yeah, you freeze.
but they don't.
They do.
But they don't.
Thermodynamics says they have to.
Laws of physics don't apply to whiskey.
It's like
The
coffee jewels.
the zeroth law of thermodynamics completely ceases to exist in the presence of alcohol.
They're like
No,
those.
just whiskey.
Okay, just
They're
whiskey.
like those coffee jewels that they had that Kickstarter for, where there's like a giant
give a
metal
fuck.
coffee bean. Did you see that?
No.
Shit? It was pretty sweet. It was like they absorbed the heat and then would spread the heat back out like over time, so your coffee would stay hot for like 8 hours.
Speaking of
Yeah, it's
coffee,
like crazy.
being
Sounds amazing.
hot for hours.
Yeah, they're called coffee jewels. I know they sell them.
kinda
as
weird.
like
I could use some of that because I like having like nice warm coffee. I don't like 30 minutes after you pour a cup. Like you get busy doing something else.
yeah.
And you're like, oh, I could really hit that coffee. And you grab the coffee cup and it's cold. And,
Right.
Sure.
it's rotten.
I get it.
Is it jewel as in like, hey, I've got a jewel on my finger? Or is it Juice?
I was about to play some Jewel.
JOU.
Okay, this is completely wrong.
Yeah, it's like
like that. Jewels.
Yes, yeah, that's it.
Or Jewels like energy.
Oh, those were the things.
Like sure.
That's
Yeah, those are right there. Yeah.
Fusion reactor.
No, the whiskey stones should work. You put them in the freezer and they'll get cold, and then you put them in your.
I've heard non-starter.
I don't know. Heard anybody say non-starter?
That's dude. It's called English.
You mean you should just say they don't work?
No. Why would you say that?
Because if that's what you're trying to say, non-starter is like a fucking car,
it's
or
like
a fucking player in a fucking football game, or
so drunk.
or a hockey match. He's a non-starter.
It is, dude. If you say non-starter in that regard, you sound smart.
Your car is a non-starter.
Actually, it's true because.
Really, thermodynamics says.
Guys, so we don't play board
science
games.
is not
That's all it is.
Coffee is not a non-starter.
Guys,
not coffee.
we need a new topic so that we don't go crazy. Keith says silently over the corner, please, guys.
I don't know. I'm just getting phone farts over here.
Guys, I need your attention.
Guys.
Shit.
Here we go.
All right.
Dogs versus cats with your reasoning. The breed is optional.
I'll
say dogs.
I'll say cats. They're like fucking.
What?
They're like fucking ninjas.
Wrong.
No, dude.
Who else is
Dogs.
gonna say cats?
I'm gonna say dogs.
Dogs.
That's right.
Cats are like fucking ninjas and they're silent killers.
I'm allergic to both of them, so no. But
they are like. Have you know that the cats will like steal your breath at
cats
night?
are assholes.
Cats don't do that.
They do. Have
they
you not
they
seen
don't
those
steal
movies?
your
All I can think of is Arrested Development.
Have you not seen those movies? The cats are like stealing your breath.
What? Just
what movies are you watching?
It was like a kid's nightmare thing.
It was like a Stephen King movie.
No.
Yeah, it was like a Stephen.
That was
King
every movie growing up.
It's not real life.
See, Rob knows.
No, but it's not absolutely not real
Every
life.
movie.
I know.
I've
I've had cats. I know that's not real
I
life.
watched Toys growing up. That movie's fucked up, man.
Who did you watch?
Toys.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Robin Williams.
Yeah, see, I thought that was like a movie like about
toys?
A children's movie about toys, and I just like
turned out to not be at all.
Right.
Yeah.
No, that movie is fucked up.
It's
You know
weird.
what's a movie that came out like around the same time that also had toy in it? The Toy.
Yeah.
Nah.
It was way before toys.
Was it?
The toy was way, but the toy was like early
Richard
1980s.
Pryor
Yeah.
and Raul, no, not Raul. Gomez. What's his name?
Yeah, Raul Julia.
No, that was the second Gomez.
Oh, the original Gomez.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. I know exactly what you're talking about.
The
But
original, and that's why he's dead.
Not Gomez's.
Only Gomez I know is Selena.
Ain't that right, buddy?
Gosh, it makes
Spring
sense.
Breakers 2013.
it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad.
But seriously, dogs are better.
Cats.
In every single way.
Cats. Cats are so low maintenance.
I grew up with a Saint Bernard, and everyone kept calling her Beethoven.
Her?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it was a big dog. And it looked like
and slobber everywhere.
Yeah.
Like we're in Nebraska, and it would get hot.
But see, that's the thing too. For me, if you're gonna own a dog, it's got to be a small dog.
You want a fucking chihuahua?
Because big dogs fucking like plop all over the place, and they like knock stuff over.
You
and
can train them not to do that.
Yeah, but
you train animals,
Pomeranian?
whatever.
it's just, I mean, there's only so many times you can beat a dog before you get sick. Of
Why do you think?
If you're gonna get a small dog, you might as well get a cat.
No,
the ASPCA is coming out?
That's horrible reasoning.
You know why? I will give you one word that will totally combat everything, all the bullshit you're saying. Corgi.
No.
Corgi are the coolest fucking dogs of that size.
No.
Yeah.
No, you get
Corgis
a fucking
are
cat.
so cute.
We weren't supposed to bring up fucking breeds.
Optional.
No, it said breeds are optional.
All right, fine. Give me some fucking cats, dude.
No, I don't want. That's weird.
What's the cat that like the Savannah or that other one? The Serval?
You're getting
motherfucker. No. Bullshit. We've not bringing up breeds.
No.
Fucking have a Serval, dude. That shit would fuck your dogs up. Little
fuck
pussy
your
ass,
dogs. Period.
Little pussy ass dogs get
Goodness
eaten by the
gracious.
Serval. Just saying.
I don't think I don't think they eat dogs.
I like dogs and cats, but if I had a choice, it'd probably be a cat. Just because they're so low maintenance.
Yeah, that's the time to move on.
Yeah.
What's our that was user questions. Thank you for submitting.
Thanks, guys.
2 questions. We talked about Star Trek.
We did.
Yeah.
That was
we've
everyone
talked for a while, actually.
No, we haven't.
We
You can talk longer.
I keep hearing a lot of people that say that they like our stuff, but they wish we were a little shorter.
No, I heard people like we could go on forever when we're drunk.
Who wants a shorter?
Talk to 3 people that do.
Oh well.
They're not, you know, because we originally planned to keep everything in about 45 minutes.
Yeah.
And we go over it every fucking time. Like the first one was 45 minutes.
Yeah.
Because you had your timer.
Right. I probably should have started timing this.
And then every other one was like...
Why would we do that? This is a free flow show, yo.
Yeah, I know, but we just want to keep it short for people.
What? No.
So they can watch the full thing, because
30 minutes, this is too entertaining, I better stop.
People got fucking lives, dog.
It's called work.
Yeah, that's what they got.
No, it's called they're at work, and they don't give a shit about their work. And they're watching us instead.
Sure. That's exactly.
Or they're listening to the podcast. They're on a run. They're listening to us whatever
they're
we're
on
doing.
a run for an hour and a half.
Whatever we're doing.
I was going to hit some of the emails that I've gotten this last week, but we are actually we're running up on time.
Yeah, we've done run up on time.
There was some really annoying emails that I got though.
It was a great one.
Was there a great one?
There was at least 5 great ones, but one is good. Too many failed login attempts.
No, that's
a great one. I like that.
That's a great one, dude.
I got one today actually.
Good. This is great.
Had nothing to do with anything.
The Snug product review.
Oh, is this it right here?
I have some favorited.
Yeah, this one actually sounds kind of annoying. Hi Rob, I thought you might have interest in the newest release in streaming entertainment. One company is taking a smart new approach on the way consumers view ads. HitBliss, a video streaming service, allows viewers the chance to pick the brands that interest them, and by watching those ads, they can earn credit and payment to watch the latest hit movies and TV shows.
That's pretty amazing.
That completely defeats the point of streaming.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it does, because if you're going to go streaming, like you're getting a Netflix or Hulu or something like that, you pay your money so you don't have to watch ads.
No, because Hulu, you still have to watch ads.
Well, that's why I don't use Hulu.
Hulu sucks.
Every ball. So, yeah.
But there's people out there that don't want to pay the $80 for Amazon Prime for the year, or pay the $8 to stream Hulu, or the $8 for Netflix.
That's insignificant.
Okay, think about like the people that are under 18 that don't have credit cards. They can easily do that, and that's probably the market.
Because I think they have prepaid Netflix cards.
Okay, but let's say that they don't have money.
Say they can't walk. Say they don't have legs.
I'm just saying they don't have enough money. Then too bad.
I'm sure their target market is the people that are like younger kids that are on the internet.
I was wondering if you'd be interested in this story. According to someone and fellow of the American Institute of Stress is responsible for 70 to 90% of doctors' visits.
I saw that one too.
Contributes to and can even mimic all serious illnesses. By any definition, stress is an American epidemic. Blah blah blah.
Yeah,
they gave us a full article.
Your skin's secret enemy is stress aging you. Was that the one you're talking about? Yeah, that's great. Buddy. Yeah. By any definition, stress is an American epidemic. Dr. Cynthia Ackrell, MD, is a fellow and board member of the American Institute of Stress, and celebrity dermatologist Doris Day, MD, can talk about ways to minimize daily stress and its effects. So there's just one huge grammatical error right there. Mm-hmm. If you're going to send me a pitch email, try to use proper grammar.
Okay. I really liked your blog. Oh, go ahead.
This is invitation. You are invited to EA's event during the E3 Expo.
Oh, snap.
And I got that shit 4 times.
So that's one that we could talk about. Last year we've talked about this. We were
not invited.
We were not invited to go spend time with Electronic Arts. And when we approached, or I approached,
I was there too.
No, you both went.
Well, yeah, Kelly walked up kind of with me. I think he was sort of hanging back.
No, because I got emails.
I'm scared.
No, because I got emails before, and you were like, "I'll take care of this dog," and I'm like, "All right."
Yeah, because I was like, "I'll walk up on these bitches."
Yeah, I was like, "I'll watch your back just in case they start some shit."
Right,
and then
because the lady at the media relations desk for EA was going to walk up on me.
I'm just saying, just in case, you never know.
But I asked him, like, what's going on? Why didn't we get any invites? We haven't been able to get a hold of any of you people. And she was like, well, you have to be assigned a PR person. And I said, okay, well, how do we go about doing that? Here's our information. Who do we need to talk to? And was basically told, you don't have a PR agent within our company because you haven't written enough positive reviews and articles about our products.
I don't know if they said positive.
Yeah, she did. She specifically said positive. And I was like, okay, whoa. What do we have to do to rectify this situation? And she gave me a list. I know she gave Kelly a copy of the same list with the email addresses of all the PR people for all of the companies that EA owns.
And it's terrible because every article we've written about EA has been basically eat a dick.
Right.
No. Basically.
And she said, she handed me the list and she said, whenever you guys write a positive article about one of our products, send an email to the appropriate PR person with a link. And when you've written enough positive stuff about our products, then we'll assign you a PR person so that you can have contacts within EA.
Yeah. And I guess we've written enough.
Like,
no. You know what happened? Is that afterward I'm like, all right, let me try this list thing again. So I actually went on their website and I went to talk to Maxis because I was interested in getting with the SimCity thing when it was still a cool thing that I wanted to buy. And
that was a fail.
Woo, yeah, sure was. But I got in contact with Maxis, and Maxis is like, yeah. And then Kelly followed it up, and they're like, and that's when we actually started to get shit. And then just now we got an invite to their press conference at E3, which we did not get last year.
Right, and which nobody wants to go to.
No, we couldn't get a hold of it. Was crazy. Like Rob said, we couldn't get a hold of anybody. Like, you call up EA, and then they're like, you get somebody's voicemail.
Because he was the only one that was actually calling anyone.
Yeah, because these guys are too pussy. Let's just say that.
No, like we send emails and say, hey,
emails is not a phone call.
They go, well, you need to talk to this person. So you send an email to that person and say, who do I need to talk to? And they go, well, you need to talk to this other person. And then you'd eventually get somebody that was sort of like the end of the funnel. Yeah. That would be like, sorry, I don't know who you are. I can't talk to you.
Sure. Yeah, I got you. Yeah. So we got people's voicemails. Nobody would return calls, and then the emails would either go unanswered, which happened a lot. Like, were people that I know that work
still happen.
Yeah, it's crazy that we deal with a lot of shit. Just saying. A lot of negative 2K. Stuff.
Seriously, read our emails more often.
We deal with a lot of hate towards us. Like, what did we ever do to?
I don't know who you guys are emailing, but when I send emails, man, I send emails, they get jumped on.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Yeah. The companies that we're trying to contact, obviously not. Yeah, because none of us has gotten a hold of anybody.
I don't know. You must be contacting the wrong people because like with the charity event that we did, I sent.
That's different. That's real. You try calling. You try emailing 2K, and they're gonna be like,
"Yeah, what's it? Rockstar."
I got this. Well, Rockstar doesn't talk to anybody.
Sure. Yeah.
Sure.
But people are getting this stuff. What's Rockstar's parent company? Is that 2K?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but you've got to be, in order to get in with Rockstar, you've got to be IGN basically.
Sure, yeah, but I'm just saying. Like,
hey guys, we want a strategy game and an exclusive first review. And
other ones were that we had issues with were Bethesda. Like, I called them up, I emailed them, and there was like, we'll talk to you, we'll return your phone call. You know, this person's like, let me call you back. Nothing. And then like 6 months later, I was like, let me just try it again. And then finally we're on their press release.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened at EA. Exactly. Because I didn't submit, I submitted one article, and that was from E3. It's like, yo, dog, this thing. And then we got EA access.
Oh, the Bethesda thing. When we were at E3 and you went up to...
yeah, Kelly kind of...
The main reason why they didn't reply back to you was because of...
No, okay, so this is what happened. So I'll explain this.
Kelly got us blacklisted at E3. Thanks, Kelly.
No, so this is the thing. So I was with Rob again, and this time I was speaking...
The one time that Kelly opened his mouth.
So we go to Bethesda.
Kelly's like, I got this, bro. I got this.
Because Nick was like, hey, go hit up Bethesda and go. They're showing off Dishonored, and I wanted to see that shit so bad.
And other shit.
But who cares? It was just
Rift.
It was Dishonored. That's all I cared about. And so we go up there and we're like, hey, can we make a meeting? And then I was like, they're like, no. How do we get contact information? I was like, can we go see Defiance? And then Rob just kind of looks at me.
Well, yeah, because the lady was like, she was death glaring you.
Yeah, I know she did. She said, "Defiance is right there at try on Orals."
Yeah.
I was like, shit, that's not what I meant. And then Rob's like, all right, come on, Kelly. And then Rob's like, you know, it's Dishonored. And I'm like, dude, why did you say something? It's too late already.
Say something.
Yeah, by then it was too late.
There's no damage.
That's like if you would walk up, if you walked up to the media relations booth and the lady was like, "Hi, how you doing?" and you just punched her in the face. Like, you can't take that back.
Or can you?
You can, but that wasn't necessarily my fault. There's so much shit going on.
What?
Listen. So Tryon World's booth and Bethesda's booth were seriously right next to each other, and it was Dishonored Defiance. Like, I mean, that's all I kept hearing.
So I was like, confused. "Hey, Kelly, why didn't you get the PR contact information for Bethesda?" "Because of blah, 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 Defiance."
I got the PR contact information for Bethesda.
But yeah, we didn't get on any list though.
Yeah, and then he actually got it, and that's how we got all those games.
Yeah,
which were none.
No, that was just since we moved out here that I got.
Yeah, but I gave you guys all the contact information.
Yeah, those people didn't email me back. I emailed some generic.
Yeah, because Kelly sends them the email. They're like, "Oh yeah, this is the fucking Defiance guy."
They didn't know my name.
Fuck it, you were wearing a badge, you dingling.
They didn't know my name.
You gave it to him, and there was no name.
All right, so I guess that's wrap up. That's our wrap up sound.
Wow.
I'm gonna go blow some bubbles.
I'm gonna pretend to blow bubbles.
Why not? The show blew.
Yeah, it was the blow show.
Whoa!
I'm not doing it again.
I'm not doing a custom graphic.
I hate my life.
It's gonna take way too long.
Blow show.
Yeah, like the blow show.
Before we close out, though, we've got a new way of communicating with you, and you communicating with us through Vine.
What?
Through Vine.
Through Vin?
Through Vine. Yeah. If
Vine Diesel?
If you have an iPhone or any iOS device, record a video of a question to us. Make a hashtag FEZ, F-E-Z, cast, C-A-S-T.
What?
FEZcast, hashtag FEZcast, and ask your question, and we'll answer it.
Bro show.
They can hit us on Pine too, right?
What about Fine?
Yes, all of the above. Why not?
Is it Pine
I
or
don't
is
know.
it Path?
I heard Dine.
Yeah.
I heard Dine has food.
Dine? I don't know what you're talking about.
Path?
Path.
I don't know how Path works yet.
So
it doesn't.
On Path?
On Vine.
Path.
Path on Vine of the Path.
Path Vine.
So
Vine
FEZcast.
FEZcast.
Yeah, hashtag FEZcast.
And if you just want to do
add
on
all the
Twitter,
other hashtags too.
just hashtag FEZvine on.
Just make us some hashtags, and then we'll start using those hashtags.
I would have said regular hashtag Fez because I tried that tonight and I realized that Fez is a whole bunch of stuff apparently.
Dude, the weirdest porn.
Yeah, so go
That
check
and
that.
that 70s show.
So
Yeah.
speaking of Vine, because I don't know anything about it, is there like porn on Vine?
No. No. There's no, thankfully.
That'd
But
be
I was
some
saying,
interesting
like,
porn.
like, how are you gonna stop people?
I'm sure they filter
Like, does
it.
it get flagged?
I'm sure they do.
Does it have a dick filter? Is that what's going on?
I don't know. I don't know
Dick
the
filter.
schematics of Vine.
Nick, why don't you just get an
that's
iPhone
amazing.
and test it out?
Exactly.
I will.
Just go to Verizon. Go to the Verizon store.
Yeah.
And try it right there.
Yeah. But then I have to get iTunes and start that whole.
Yeah, the
line.
guy at
On
the
the
Verizon
demo
store.
At the demo.
Yeah,
When I went-
Yeah, just Vine dicks.
When I went and
That's
got my new
right.
phone, the guy at the Verizon store was like, "You know, we've got the iPhones now."
You're like, yeah, bro. That's
pretty
not
much,
for me.
I pretty much stared a hole through his.
That's fucking funny! Oh my god!
All right, and
I'm not-
fade out.
I'm not sure I've ever heard that pitch before. That was like a whole new.
All right, well,
All right, then.
that was
Yes.
the bro show.
We broke Nick. And yeah, 202-670-9660. Hit us up on Facebook, facebook.com/fleshinggzipper, Twitter at FezHQ, and
Email hello@fleshinggzipper.
yeah, hello@fleshinggzipper.com. Check out our forums, forum.fleshinggzipper.com.
And check out our website too. Click on stuff.
And Vine with the hashtag FezCast.
Right.
Fezcast.
FezCast.
Fez.
I was actually gonna add,
Flash.
it's like, was your Verizon rep imported from like 2 years ago?
No. No. He actually had a Droid, but for some reason he was just like, we've got iPhones.
Yeah, this is kind of shit.
Dude, I might actually have to punch him to say iPhone again.
You don't even want to hear the story that I have for when I was buying this and the salesperson was trying to, explain iPhones versus Android to people. Like, that's just
start.
Okay, so I knew what I wanted. I'm waiting for a salesperson, and this salesperson was helping these people before, and he was just wanting a phone. They're like, all right, so yeah, like iPhones are like, they got your
calendar.
Yeah, your calendar, and like if you got iTunes and all these apps, and then and Windows Phone too. He's like, yeah, in Windows Phone, if you do like a lot of like word processing on a Windows Phone.
What?
Yeah, and he was just terrible, and he was like, yeah, Android, that's pretty good because and it doesn't matter which version of Android. Like this one's got like ice cream sandwich, but and you don't ever need to upgrade. It was terrible.
Wow.
I don't remember exactly.
Well, in Rob's experience, when you upgrade, everything goes to shit.
No, it's working pretty good. I'm just sad that I lost my unlimited data. Oh, yeah, upgrading to ice cream sandwich, just completely annihilated my phone.
Obliterated your shit.
So actually, when it hit the ground and the screen cracked, I was...
Oh, obliterated your shit.
All right, so we're done.
Okay, yeah, that's it. We're done. Have a good night, everybody.
And close.
And good night.
And later.
And good night.
And bye.
And fade.
And cutting audio now.
No.